You made it to our final concept of lesson 14, multiplying polynomials. So there are two methods to choose from when we multiply polynomials. Make sure when you get your answers, they must be in standard form. Now, because there are two methods, in these notes, I'm going to show both methods. For you at home, taking these notes, you pick the method you prefer. So if you prefer method 1, distribution, just show the examples being distributed. If you prefer the box method, then just show the box method. You don't have to show both methods on these notes if you prefer one over the other. So, I have my examples along the side here. We're going to do distribution first for each one, and then we will do the box method. So, our first one, we have r plus 2 times 3r minus 1. Oh, and I should mention what each method does. So, method 1, distribution. Multiply everything from the first polynomial to everything in the second. So, we have r plus 2 and 3r minus 1. So we're going to have r times 3r and r times minus 1. And then we're going to multiply 2 times 3r and 2 times negative 1. So we have 3r squared minus r plus 6r minus 2. And then we have to combine like terms and put into standard form. So our final answer is 3r squared plus 5r minus 2. So that is distribution. Now let's do the same problem with the box method. So to do the box method, set up a box to multiply like a multiplication chart. So I'm going to take the first one, and I'm going to write it along the side, r and 2. And then the second one is going to go on the top, 3r negative 1. And then I build a box, like a multiplication chart. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fill in all the boxes by multiplication. So 3r times r is 3r squared. 3r times 2 is 6r. r times negative 1 is negative r. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Now what's nice about the box method is it keeps you organized, but also your like terms are on the diagonal. So your diagonals are your like terms, so you can combine them in one go. So our answer is going to be 3r squared plus 5r minus 2. As you can see, we got the same thing, so both methods work. Alright, our next one is x minus 7 squared. Now, before you even start with either method, what you need to do is split this apart into x minus 7 times x minus 7. Now we can pick our method. I'm going to show both. So x minus 7 times x minus 7. So x times x times negative 7 times x, negative 7 times negative 7. So we have x squared minus 7x minus 7x plus 49. So x squared minus 14x plus 49. Okay, now for our box, x and negative 7, x and negative 7. So x squared minus 7x minus 7x and 49. Again, the diagonal is our like terms. So we have x squared minus 14x plus 49. So those are binomials getting multiplied. You're going to get increasingly tougher ones where they keep adding more and more terms in. And remember, you should only be taking notes on the method you prefer. So this next one, 2m plus 5 times 3m squared minus 4m plus 2. So it's a binomial and a trinomial. Same concept. So 2m plus 5, 3m squared minus 4m plus 2. For distribution, everything from the first goes to everything in the second. So we're going to have more we're multiplying. So 2m is going to go to 3m squared minus 4m and 2. And then 5 is going to go to 3m squared, negative 4, and 2 as well. So after we multiply, we're going to have 6m cubed minus 8m squared plus 4m, and then plus 15m squared minus 20m plus 10. And now combine your like terms in the middle, negative 8m squared and 15m squared, 4m and minus 20m, and we get 6m cubed plus 7m squared minus 16m plus 10. So now for the box method. Again, I put the first one down the side, and then the second one along the top, 3m squared minus 4m and 2. Build our box. And again, we just multiply like a multiplication chart. 6m cubed minus 8m squared and 4m. 15m squared minus 20m and 10. And again, the diagonals are like terms. So you can combine like terms in one go. And again, we end up with 6m cubed plus 7m squared minus 16m plus 10. And they get even bigger. We have a trinomial and a trinomial. So we need to multiply these guys together. So I highly recommend the box method when you have a trinomial being multiplied by a trinomial. It makes everything a lot neater. And with the distribution method, you're going to have a lot of arrows going everywhere. But we're going to do this with distribution first. So x squared goes to x squared, 8x, and 5. X goes to x squared, 8x, and 5. And 1 goes to x squared, 8x, and 5. So we have a lot of arrows going a lot of different places. So now when we multiply, we're going to have a lot of terms. X to the 4th plus 8x cubed plus 5x squared plus x cubed plus 8x squared plus 5x plus x squared plus 8x plus 5. So as you can see, I had to go down a second row. But now for our like terms. 8x cubed, x cubed, 5x squared, and 8x squared, 5x and 8x, and oh, I forgot another x squared right there. So we have x to the 4th plus 9x cubed plus 14x squared plus 13x plus 5. All right, now for the box method. So x squared, x and 1, x squared, 8x and 5. So we have x to the 4th, x cubed, x squared, 8x cubed, 8x squared, 8x, 5x squared, 5x, and 5. And again, your diagonals are your like terms. We combine them in one go. So we have x to the fourth plus 9x cubed plus 14x squared plus 13x plus 5. Thank you guys for sticking with me for such long notes. I really appreciate it. We do have one more example and then we will be done. So, 3 binomials being multiplied. Multiply. So, when you have 3 binomials being multiplied, multiply 2 of them first, then multiply them by the third. So, I'm going to multiply these 2 first. Then, after I multiply these guys, I'll multiply it by the last. It doesn't matter what you use. I'm going to distribute first, and then I'll use the box method. So x plus 1, 2x minus 5. So we're going to use the distribution method first. So we have 2x squared minus 5x plus 2x minus 5. So 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. And then we're going to take this guy, and now we're going to multiply it by 4x plus 7. And I'm going to use the box method for that multiplication. So 4x and 7. 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. So we have 8x cubed minus 12x squared minus 20x. 14x squared minus 21x minus 35. Like terms are on the diagonals. And our final answer is 8x cubed plus 2x squared minus 41x minus 35. And there you have it, multiplying polynomials.